Well, I'm sure you guys wouldn't want to see me recording from this way. My computer dusty as shit. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and tell a friend or friends. If you are already here and you already subscribed and you already been liking and sharing, welcome back. You already know what time it is. Okay guys, today's topic is herbs. Yes, today is herbs. So I got a little bit of feedback on Facebook when I told people I'm going to do a video about that. And I'm actually excited to share this knowledge with you. Okay, first and foremost, whatever you heard about herbs, like anything negative, like they don't work or they don't do nothing, that is complete and total bullshit. Herbs are a living thing. They carry their own energy, and they can carry multiple energies depending on their properties and what they're designed to do. The energy is already within them. You can't change it or tweak it. The only thing you can do is enchant the herbs to carry out their energy for you and get the work done. That's what the herb gonna do. Herbs talk to you, so make sure you listen. Oh, and another thing, on your journey with herbs, make sure you connect with your ancestors, because that's very important, because you need your ancestors for the physical and the spiritual side, especially when it comes to protection. Protection is not always protection against other entities and stuff like that. If you know you're not comfortable with different types of energies, it's more so to whether or not your ass is enchanting a toxic herb that you're finna boil and drink as a tea, like that too. So make sure you connect with your ancestors so you can know this, because they'll let you know. And if you're not sure, always use the internet. There are plenty of spiritual groups out there now on social media that you can join and be a part of. They have references and stuff in their files. Like it's so many ways to research herbs and things like that. So I do want to stress that. But one thing I want to go over with you guys about herbs is that herbs can be masculine or feminine. And for those of you that don't know what that is, a herb can represent feminine energy, like me, I'm a woman, feminine energy, or masculinity, like a man. But that doesn't mean the herb is going to turn into an actual man or woman. It just carries that energy. So if you're not aware of what masculine and feminine energy is, I would say look that up. Look that up. And depending on whatever type of work you're doing, you may need masculine or feminine energy in that work. But I'm not going to go all in depth about that. I just want to make sure you understand the different things and properties of a herb. And also, with that being said, herbs can represent different elements or multiple elements like fire, air, water, earth. It can represent different planets like Mercury, Mars, Venus, Neptune, just different planets. And some herbs can represent more than one planet. Yeah. And like I said, just like with masculine and feminine energy, it could be the same way for the planet. Like if you're trying to build communication in your relationship, look for a herb that represents Mercury, because Mercury is the planet of communication. Now, there are herbs out there that are designed to help with that, and they might not be a part of Mercury, and that's fine. You can use that too. You don't have to just necessarily use it because it says that. The most important thing is your intention, but make sure that you do the research so you can understand what each herb is designed to do and what it is for. And if you're looking for a reference for this, after this video, on your journey with herbs, here's one. Oops. The name of this book is Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs by Scott Cunningham. God rest his soul. He has left some tremendous information that can be very helpful and beneficial to anyone. And especially if you want to do magic, or if you're just simply wanting to raise the vibration in your house, or keep money coming or food coming, or you may forgot about a bill you need to pay and you out of money. This book right here can tell you the type of herbs you can use for each one of those things. It has a multitude of advice in here for like what you can do with herbs. Like, it is amazing. I love this book. And it's not too much to read in here, but like if you just needing like an answer for a certain type of herb and how you can use it, it's definitely in this book. And another thing, when you're using herbs, make sure that you enchant them, because yeah, they have that energy and they're living things, but you have to communicate with this, because remember, we're all connected. You can have a herb that's designed for protection, but if you just sprinkle it around the house, that don't mean that the protection is going to actually happen. You have to enchant the herb. It's like an exchange of energy. The herb got the protection there, but you got to put your energy and your intention into the herb for that energy to come out, if that makes sense. Because the herb will just be sitting there, and something happen, and you might fall and break your leg or something. Like, damn, I put the herb down. But did you enchant it? Did you set your intention? Yeah, the herb has that energy once again, but you have to make sure you put your intention into that herb for that energy to come out. It's like, it's almost like you need the herb and the herb needs you, because we're all connected, exchanging energy. But yeah. So I've already talked about masculinity and femininity, femininity and the planets, the elements, the book you can buy, and things like that. You can use herbs to, you can create your own medicine with herbs. You can create your own, you know, body washes, butters, essential oils. I mean, you can make your own teas, your yoni steams, and things like that. Like, if you're a person that's on a budget and you can't afford to buy stuff from different practitioners and stuff like that, you can go buy the herbs and make the stuff yourself. You might need to buy the supplies, and honestly, you may come out better, because I mean, you know exactly what's going into it. You're putting your own energy into it and things like that, and enchanting the herb the way you need it to be enchanted. Because when I buy things from other practitioners, like if they say, hey, you don't need to touch it or do nothing with it, you know, I still make sure my intention is set. So my energy, once it connects with whatever they've done and it goes into the universe will know. Because yeah, they may have done that, but you still need to set your own intention at all times. Let's see what else I wanted to talk about with herbs, because it's honestly, it's not, it's a lot that I could go on and on about with herbs, but it kind of always reference me back to what I've already said. A lot of you have herbs and stuff right now in your pantry that you can use. And I'll just say, just let's say you want to do a love bath. I would say, what is something in your pantry that you can use? Now, I don't know if people consider sugar an actual herb, but that's something in your pantry that you can use. And I'll say be careful with that, because you don't want the kitty feeling a little weird. But but let's see. I'm trying to think of something in the pantry that you can use for love. You guys, you know what? I can't think of it, but I'll say this. Just let's say you're needing to send somebody away. Like, you don't want them near you. You don't ever want them to mention your name or nothing like that. Use red pepper. I'll say go do your research on how to use the red pepper, but red pepper is an example, because I don't know why, but I cannot think of anything. I mean, like honey, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be herbs, but I just want to give you guys an idea. Like cinnamon is like the all-purpose herb for like witches and things like that. Like cinnamon helps, intensify things, speed things up. Cinnamon is a really good use. You probably could use cinnamon in a love bath or something like that. It just depends on what you've been guided to and what works best for you. What else? I'm looking at my list right now to make sure I didn't forget anything. Oh, and another thing, you don't always have to use herbs for magic. Use herbs for healing, keeping yourself healthy. You don't always want to put yourself in a position where you always got to heal from something, you know what I'm saying? Use it to be proactive, like to prevent you from getting certain illnesses and things like that. You can create your own teas. Like I'll say, I have chamomile herb here. So if I was wanting to make me a chamomile tea for to relax or heal with or something, I could go, brew this in some boil it or stew it. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about, shit. But you know what I'm saying? Put you some in a little satchel or something, a little pouch, and let it, steep. You can use that for relaxation and healing. It's a really good tea. And if you don't feel comfortable with using herbs that people pull straight out the ground and package up, they always sell it in the stores already packaged as a tea. So you don't have to necessarily just buy it. But some people like to do that. Me personally, I've never ingested any of the herbs that I have. And all of them are not designed to be ingested, which is very important because some herbs are toxic. But you still can use them for, for different benefits. But make sure you do not ingest them. That is something I made sure I did. I'm glad I didn't leave it out because I almost forgot. But yeah, make sure you study and research the herb. But yeah, like they sell a lot of this stuff. They sell it right at like a dollar store, Walmart, things like that. Like if you can't like buy the actual herb, like the actual plant, sometimes you can buy the powdered version. That works just fine too. Like especially like if you want to make your own teas and stuff like that. Like I'll say, for example, ginger. If you don't want to buy the actual root at the store or buy it from like a metaphysical shop and you want to make something like health-wise that you're going to be ingesting, buy it at the store. And another important thing, I encourage people to buy their own stuff because you get to see where it's coming from, who it comes from. And then once you get ready to make your own potions for whatever uses you have them for, you know exactly what you're putting into it. You know the intent, you know the energy. You know how you're feeling and things like that, which is very important. What else? You can definitely use herbs to make your own essential oils. There are a lot of videos out there on that. Let's see. Y'all, I went blank for a minute, but well, since I kind of touched on, the basic of things you need to know about herbs, I'm going to link in the description this book and as well somewhere where you can purchase herbal things from, if you just want the herbs itself, where the person that I'm going to put in the description, they do everything from scratch. So that's really good. And that's actually a relief because some people want things that are just from scratch, like straight up out the ground. They do whatever they need to do to make sure it's, safe and stuff to ship out and things like that. And another thing, if you don't want to buy herbs or nothing from nobody, grow your own. Me personally, I want to get to that point, but I'm not ready for that just yet. But like, if you don't want to buy herbs from people or different practitioners because you don't feel like vibe, the energy ain't right, grow your own. You can go to the store and buy little plants and buy the herbs, and you can sit them in your window, sit them outside, depending on how the weather is, wherever you are. You can grow your own. You don't always have to buy stuff, from everybody. It's okay to support, but sometimes you might want things a certain way. So if you want them a certain way, make them happen, that way that you need to. One of my faves, because this is my grandma's favorite plant, is the rose. Dried plants and stuff, some people call them herbs or whatever too, but you can always use plants and stuff too. That's what some people call it. Y'all know. Okay. I was getting a little confused, but because I had a lot on my mind and my husband just texted me, so I'm trying to read that. But yeah, anyway, guys, this is one of my favorite because this reminds me of my grandma, and I feel connected to her energy every time I touch a rose. That's why it's important to connect with your ancestors too, because they may have their favorite herb or plant, and they'll tell you to get it to keep it close to you because that'll keep their energy close to you too. Not saying that if you don't have it, their energy, they aren't around you, but that just keeps the connection strong. It's like them on the physical side, if that makes sense. And there are other things, that they may tell you to get, physical wise, that can keep you connected to them. But that's another video for another day. Let's see, another one. Most of the herbs I got, I'll say they're all my favorites because they all have different benefits from them. And I think I've used just about every herb I have. If I haven't, I know I'm going to end up using it because my ancestors guided me to get it. This is Angelica root. This is a very powerful herb. Let you guys see it. I don't know if you can see it from right here, but it's a really good herb. And it is a representation of sun, and it's fire energy. That's pretty cool because the sun represents the element of fire, and its element is fire, because you can have a herb that represents the moon, which is water, but its element can be fire. It's kind of weird. It all works out, you know, within everything being connected, and, you know, with the spirit, universe. It has a lot to do with astrology and a lot of things like that. But yeah, it can be used for protection, healing, and a peaceful home. And I'll put it up there so you guys can see. But yeah, I mean, I have plenty of herbs, and I'm gonna, you know, have a little video where y'all can see my, you know, just a little bit of my herbs, because I brought them up here. But I mean, I really don't have to show you guys all of my herbs, but I just wanted to make sure you understand herbs and things like that, how you can use them to work for you. This is just a basic video, so I will encourage you to go do your own research, because I know a lot of people are like, I don't know what herb to buy, I don't know what I want. And I say with that, think about whatever you're using it for. If you're using it for magic, think about what you're trying to attract. Buy the herb that represents that. Like, you want money. I think, if I'm not mistaken, peppermint leaf is a good one for that. Let me pull out the peppermint leaf, and I'll let you guys see that. Because I know some people are like, hey, you talking about herbs, you want to see some of your stuff. That's fine. This is my peppermint leaf. And it smells good. You can actually smell it even though it's in the glass container. Yep. And another cool thing about this is, if you want to use it for money and you want to protect your money to where you'll never be without money, you can use it for protection over your money. That's pretty cool. So that's kind of like 2 birds, 1 stone. You know how they say it goes. So if you want money and you want to protect your money once it comes in, so you won't run out of it or keep it coming in, and protect any blockages from it, you can use peppermint leaf. Perfect. But yeah, guys, I think that's it, because I'm already at 17 minutes. And I hope you guys have a marvelous day. And I hope my video helped. And once again, you guys, make sure you do your own research. If you have any questions outside of anything that I talk about, feel free to reach out. If you have any questions pertaining to anything that I've said, feel free to reach out. I don't mind, because I love helping people, you know, find their way on their spiritual journey. And just like you guys are still growing and learning, I am as well. Like, you get to one point, you think you know it all, then boom, the rabbit hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper. I always let your ancestors guide you, because they're going to guide you into exactly what you desire and what you need, because they're here to help and they want to help. But understand, things happen in divine timing. And that's my time. And if you ain't, make sure you get to healing. Have a good day. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you the herbs that I was talking about. I forgot to put it in somewhere in the middle of the video, so here it is. Y'all have a good day, and remember, if you're not already, get to healing. I'm out. Peace.